Hey, what's up guys, it's Ryan, and welcome back to another episode of the Death Consumes All Quests mod. In the last episode, we were able to rescue Rajro's friend from jail, and once we returned him to him, we were able to unlock more of the Acolyte's memories and discover that Livia actually has a bigger part in this story than we thought. We've confronted Livia with some of these thoughts that we have about the Empire and her backstory, and she doesn't seem to like of what's coming of this. But as we continue on our journey and we unlock more of the memories, we keep getting these acolytes to kill, which in turn will allow us to finish this quest after we truly learn the full story. Let's just dive back into our adventure and take out some of these acolytes that are plaguing Skyrim.
Someone, do something!
Oh, he blocked it! Block that! Oh, jeez. 4 Blood of Energies. Oh my god. That's a lot of dialogue we're about to get. Oh, and we have no other leads, so we have to do that, huh? Uh-oh. Did you guys hear that? There's a bear somewhere. Run! Where? I heard him. Oh, he's over here. This is Honeystrand Cave. Oh. Oh, it's a little bear, that's why. Oh, wait, Livia, I don't think that's a good idea to kill the cubs. Yeah, maybe we should get out of here before the mother shows up. Probably be a little better. But nonetheless, let's actually listen to some of these things of dialogue, because we don't have any quest markers to go to next, and we are looking to just kill all of those acolytes so that we can go back to the necromancer with the hearts, and then maybe he'll be able to show us where to go next. So let's learn more about the backstory of the Arch-Acolyte.
I could not let myself die with that monster, who wore the skin of a human, yet whose soul had not a trace of empathy nor hate. The plan to intoxicate the cave's air was therefore set aside. Livia Salvian and Benito Aurelius would die, but not at the expense of myself. So I walked away through the tunnels as I prepared. As Aurelius, so confident in my trap, waited desperately, like a fool. A Dubois' help was what he and the Emperor needed when High Rock refused to pay them. Again he sought a Dubois' aid. But we had learned. The next week Cyrodiil received its 8th champion, as the deposed Chancellor's screams echoed through the Empire. A delightful sound to hear, if not metaphorically. With Aurelius dead, the champion of Cyrodiil became the next on my list. The champion. A patriot who loves his country. A warrior who shuns the Empire's enemy. A protector who preserves the Empire's legacy. An empire such as the Medias deserved no less of a champion. I came up with a plan. If he murdered my family for personal honor, then I shall take that from him. Lord Vici. The Chancellor who succeeded Aurelius would die, and the great patriot shall be known as what he exactly is, a murderer. I did ask myself if it was fair to kill Lord Vici, a man who had nothing to do with the injustice we suffered, just to fulfill my vengeance. But my family demanded justice, and so I should grant them through my means. I arrived in Coral, preparing to kill Vici, but in the end, I learned that Livia Salvian had himself a new daughter. They called her Livia. The thought of murdering this infant girl did flash repeatedly in my mind. If Amulius took my family, then was it not right for me to take his? Yet I needed Amulius to feel pain, and killing his family would not accomplish that. ruining the empire he had built, destroying his character, Ham. To proceed with my plan of slaying Lord Vici, therefore framing Mulius, I befriended a maid of Vici's, hoping to use her to get into the castle. She was an orphan whose parents, both legionnaires, died unbeknown in the Blanchette Rebellion, the war that made the Salvian name renown. She entrusted me, as if I was the sister she never had. When I figured she would not betray me, I killed a Salvian guard, stole his sigil and dagger, given only to Amulius's servants. Then, the same night, I asked her to let me into the castle, saying I wanted to see the powerful nobles. She agreed. She helped me distract the guards while I entered Lord Vici's room. What she thought was a childish joke was something she could never comprehend. I took the Salvian dagger to Lord Vici's bed. After it was done, I ensured that every evidence would be traced to House Salvian and its leader. When the maid returned, I was already long on my way. She became a colluder of the assassin, and was interrogated as such. The orphan died unbeknown, unsung. When I saw her discarded body, I finally realized that mine was, indeed, the legacy of a traitor.
Oh, there we go. Chapter 4, the traitor. And we have another Acolyte. We have 2 more Blood of Energies and a quest that allows us to go kill another Acolyte. Activate that. Let's go, Livia. We have another Acolyte to kill. Looks like a perfect time to strike. I want to stop getting bounties, because every time I get a new assassination mission to get an Acolyte, I always get caught, and then I'm just banished from that city. And no one should see this coming. I mean, it is in broad daylight on a bridge. But, here we go. Man, it doesn't work. My sneak skill must not be high enough.
No.
I wanted to fight anyway. Bring it on. Oh, thanks, Livia.
You're done flagging this place.
You saw nothing. Can I slit a zombie's throat? I can slit a zombie's throat. Okay. That works.
So it ends.
Cure disease. Acolyte's blood. More blood of energy that we're going to need. And this guy doesn't have anything either. Okay. So the Acolyte is dead again. And we have more blood of energies to continue on our quest in unlocking this soul gem. What are we going to learn next from this thing? Oh, is there anything I can talk to Livia about?
Speak your mind.
Marlene Dubois, the Arch-Acolyte, once tried to kill your father.
As she would have. My father was relentless in hunting the house which killed his parents.
Your father wasn't trying to take revenge.
But my father is the champion. He's the defender of our nation. Did it out of his love for his country and hatred for the wicked. You accuse him of doing it all for power, but he taught me to be faithful and selfless. If he wasn't truly good, then he wouldn't have taught me so. Did Marlene Dubois' poison get to you too? How could you believe our enemy?
Oh, she didn't like that. Think about Marlene's side from this. Her entire family pretty much died because your father just wanted to rule his kingdom. And all the betrayal that we've learned about and everything that we're learning about the Empire, I don't know whose side I'm on. I mean, I'm definitely not on Marlene's side because everything that she's doing, or Marlene, sorry. I'm definitely not on her side because, of course, everything that she's doing right now is terrible. But In the end, I mean, both sides are terrible. And how could you even say something like this?
It was necessary to secure the greater good. The Empire needed to remember a villain, or we'd have gone to think ourselves villainous. My father did what he had to make the most good out of his motherland.
See, now you're trying to justify it by saying he did what he had to, not saying if it's good or bad. I understand that people have to do things they don't want to, and some things can be bad, especially if you're a ruler of a country. I mean, that can't be easy. Excuse me, buddy, we're kind of having a conversation here. Thank you. I want the Empire to stay, of course, but like, they have done some evil. But how can you be this dismissive of your father's?
Because they're supposed to be good, and I wanted to keep thinking that way. For otherwise, this world will never be the same to me again.
She shows doubt in her belief, but she needs to know the truth and know what she's actually fighting for. Is there anything else I can say to her? Doesn't look like it, but we do have blood of energies, like I said, so I'm sorry, Livia, but let's continue this journey, and I'll tell you more information as it comes. Here we go.
With the gold I had stolen from the castle of Coral, I purchased the service and silence of a face sculptor. I awaited the good news, for Amulius to be tried as the conspirator who murdered the Chancellor to take his position. Yet, it never arrived. Amulius remained in his manor. Coral stood calm. The city didn't even hear of Lord Vichi's death until 2 weeks later. And then, it turns out Amulius had already bought Vichi's wife, Alexia. The man was always meant to die. On that very night,
Take care of it, Livia.
by that blade's owner. I murdered 2 innocent souls, so that the man I swore to hate could advance his goal, as fate planned. Was there no true way to defeat him? Whatever I did, whatever I tried, had only advanced his plan.
You have
Not
failed.
useless at all. Was I fated to run until I die a traitor's death? My family never supposed to live. For unlike the mighty champion, we deserved death in God's eyes. If the champion could not be overcome, then how could fate be? I looked into a mirror, seeing that different person. With my old face, the world's last memory of the Dubois bloodline had finally died. Perhaps the soldiers would not recognize me anymore, and I was finally granted the peace I longed for, to be at home at last, putting aside my revenge. Yet I was no longer the noble girl in Daggerfall, knowing only music and dances, nor the village girl in Skyrim, having a family to depend on. I had realized that life is a struggle. The champions go to all lengths to forge their legacies upon the bones of the traitors. My grandfather thought he was a hero, but he was, from the beginning, one among the countless villains to be expensed for the heroes to rise. And my fate has designed my path from the start. No matter how many times I change my face, move my home, I will always carry my name and its legacy. Then let it be. Let the traitor bury the champion's legacy, just as the champion forged the traitors. Let this path be complete, and I be set free.
It sounds like we're getting pretty close to the end of this soul gem stuff. We have 2 more blood of energies, let's keep going.
Amulius must have realized someone was trying to frame him. His manor would be impregnable, even if a legion besieged it. But in the empire of the Middies, basking in the glory of Cyrodiil, loyalty was but a commodity. I bought my entry with what was left of the Vici gold. Then I made my way to the bedroom of the young Salvians. Young Cassandra was reading her book, practicing spelling. Matthias was swinging his sword, pretending to be the swordsman that his father was. And little Livia was there, looking at me, laughing, singing. Barely a few months old, expecting all the best in the world to happen. I had returned home, with my brother, his wife, and their little daughter. And they were killed by the soldiers of Livia Salvian. My brother slaughtered by his comrades, his wife and daughter burned to death. Cassandra had become aware of my presence, and I knew it was time. I took the dagger, slit the nannies' throats as my targets fled, screaming. I grabbed the edge of Matthias's shirts, then shoved my dagger into his chest. The Salvian boy cried in pain, but the strike did not kill him. Then I readied the blade to make a second strike as 5 archers emerged from the balcony, revealing their trap. The champion of Cyrodiil used his own children as baits to lure the last Dubois, then he could kill her and secure his true legacy. I held my blade, all prepared to die with his son. But without a notice, Amulius's wife entered the room with a girl of roughly 5 years. She looked just like me, blonde hair, wide green eyes, thin chin, pronounced cheeks, the face of a Dubois. My brother's daughter never died. They killed my sister-in-law. Then they took my niece to keep her as their pet. His wife smiled at me, released my niece. The little girl then walked around, eventually returning to her lady, her face filled with innocence. I sighed in despair, then let go of the young Salvian, realizing his father had won from the start. The noblewoman embraced her son with grace. Then she nodded to an archer before taking him to healer's care. Within a moment, a rain of arrows pierced a traitor, completing her path and set her free. I survived, even though the arrows would have taken me. The pain woke me up to my wounds. Believing I remained in danger, I observed the surroundings, realizing I was in a hut under a villager's care. The villager claimed that he had discovered my body in the wilderness. I was a step in death, but he managed to bring me back, being an alchemist. Said he did it for his family, because his father was a criminal, and he wanted to do some good to redeem his name. The world had branded his family a house of evil, yet he still attempted to change his view, and had been doing so since he had the ability. Yet, what have his efforts changed other than putting those villagers' faces of disdain from the open to the discreet? He just kept trying, and then, one day, I decided my wounds had been healed, and I told him I would not need to trouble him anymore. Not long after I had made my way, he found me in an abandoned camp, said the villagers had kicked him out because they found a replacement. People change their attitudes, but rarely do they change their beliefs. He could make others see his value, but he would always be a criminal's son. As soon as they found someone of an equal value and with a clean name, those once blessed by his kindness and potions were the first to cast him away. What are the traitors if not men betrayed by their empire to make way for the champions? I saw myself in this man, and I knew in my heart that I had finally found someone I could trust. We saw one another for what we truly were. I had known him and he had known me. Of the past that made us what we were, and what bound us together. And then the traitors made their way to Skyrim, to home. But we both understood that vengeance persisted in me. My brother's murderer remained Chancellor, and my niece within his grasp. These feelings with Gillette would not last. But I took solace, knowing I would be at home at least for a while, before I seal my struggle forever.
Oh wow, that was a quick chapter. Chapter 5, The Hope. Another Acolyte was revealed too. Livia, we're learning a lot about this. What do you think? Can I tell you anything?
We'll save Skyrim from the plague.
Marlene Dubois once tried to kill you and your siblings, just when you were a baby.
But I've never heard of this.
Oh, I don't know if I should say about her parents. I don't want her to doubt, like, her belief completely. Like, just completely screw up her entire thing that she's been fighting for her entire life. So, I might... should I hide the truth? Because now I feel like if we confront Marlene about this, Livia's going to have the wrong picture about her, and then it's going to come down on me because I told her the wrong stuff. So, oh man, this is rough, guys. I think I'm going to hide the truth, though, because I want Livia to be, you know, really against Marlene here. I don't want her to just be against her family. I mean, I know she'd be against both ways, but I think hiding the truth is probably the best bet here. But Marlene didn't succeed in hurting you. That's what truly matters.
I should be thankful then, I guess. With the defense my father has stationed at the manor, not even a Daedric prince could get in without a scratch.
Oh, man.
Marlene Dubois couldn't even touch us.
Ooh, okay. Well, now I kind of feel bad for lying to her, but it was probably good. Look at that grin on my guy's face. He's so happy. He's so happy that we got another Acolyte to kill. Let's go, Livia.
But Mother says you're a terrible innkeeper.
Never mind your mother, Ren. You listen to me and you'll be a great man one day.
Wow, how can... Oh, I was going to say, if he's all alone in here, how convenient that he just sat down with his back turned. Looks like this guy's going to be some collateral damage.
People are easily bewitched by humor. They seek a laugh instead of the truth.
I agree.
Hello?
You better be quiet. Yeah, keep your back turned. You saw nothing. Let's get out of here before word gets out.
Sheath your weapon. You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense?
I always get caught in these scenarios, don't I? Well, just like the last episode. See ya!
That can be...
Oh, get out. Get out of the city.
I am staying out of this.
So that marks like 4 cities now that I'm a wanted man in. Who's truly causing the most danger during this plague? As I'm just... Oh, I mean, I'm murdering people that need to be killed. So I guess it's not that bad, but... Ow! Guard, that hurts. Stop! Come on, I'm not a murderer. I mean, okay, I am a murderer. I take that back, but like, a good murderer, you know? Like, for good reasons. We can talk this out. I think I can make a clean getaway out here. He's not going to chase me out here too long. They got a plague to worry about. Oh, they're still pursuing me. I was going to say, I'm probably just going to fast travel to Whiterun and head on into the inn, because that's one of the cities that we're not actually a wanted man in, is Whiterun. So we can head back there, head on into the inn, and I can listen to the rest of these Acolyte memories. And I wonder if there is going to be another Acolyte we have to kill, or if that's the last one we just did. Guess we'll just have to wait and see. Finally back into Whiterun, the peaceful city that I've known and loved for years. Is that a giant? Oh my god. Oh my, what? What? Whoa, what? What the fuck? I'm getting out of here, dude. Not Whiterun, any place but Whiterun. Oh my god, there's so many! Unite, Whiterun, we... And I'm dead. I was about to say something motivational, but I got shut down. Big time. Everyone get inside. Or be very brave. Wow, everyone has swords. I would say all the villagers get inside at least. No armor, no nothing. I'm gonna die out here, and I have armor on. Like right now I'm gonna die. Holy cow. Alright, potion. I need my minor healing. Let's get that in there. Okay, back to full health. I think it's time to break out the 1000. It does area of effect damage, and that's what I need. Oh, this is working out really good, actually. I can't really see what's going on. No. Stop, 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 stop. Oh, that giant's really gaining on me. No! Oh, now I'm really gonna die. I don't have any magicka left. One-handed weapons do 20% more damage. Let's get that. No! Giant, stay away! There is so many! Whoa, what? Jesus, level up. Finally. Finally. Do I still have a head injury? I hope not. I do. Let me heal that by healing up real quick. Alright, that's good. And then, should I break out the 1000 again? I really don't know, guys. There's so many zombies. You're done? Thanks, mage. Good job. Look at all these red dots coming at me right here. The giant's coming back. The giant's coming back. Almost just killed an innocent man again. I really just gotta backpedal and just try to get these guys down one by one. That's really all I can do. That giant is... Oh, he's so fast! I don't know. I need that giant to be done. Livia needs to get back up and focus her attacks on that. That is bad. Livia! Get the giant! How much health is he at least? Can I see? He's fully up. He has full health. That's not good. Oh, I'm getting cornered now. No, please. Oh my god. Oh, thank god. This is the closest yet. Oh, poor Whiterun townsfolk. A lot of them are going to be dead after this. There's not really much I can do. They're way outnumbering us right now. Alright, they're dwindling. Feel like we're getting there. We're almost there. Paladin. The giant! He's so fast. Alright, focus your attacks on the giant. Come on, guys, you can do it. Please. He's not able to get through there. Alright, I'm actually safe enough to pop a quick save and head on in. I was kind of worried about doing it before because I saved it before I started this, and I had no time to put any type of save in. Yes! There he is. This guy's stuck.
Why can't you just let me
That's everyone. They're all dead. We still have a lot of them. That's good. Good job, guards. You did good. Brave soldiers. Alright. There's no time to waste. I know we just fought off a big horde of undead, but we need to unlock these memories so we can progress in the quest further and know how to put a stop to it. So let's take a rest for the night in the inn, listen to some of these memories, and then we can start in the morning.
We made our way to Skyrim. In some village no one would bother searching. What happened the last time my family settled in a village haunted me still, so I was prepared to silence this place when irregularities occur. The village has kept its peace with me, and so I kept mine. A few years passed. Not a moment had I forgotten the day when the Empire came with my brother's head, then killed his wife, and took my niece. I knew it was certain that one day, Gillette would wake up to an empty bed, and I would be set on the path which has no return. Yet on that very day I discovered something I had never imagined would come true, that I was pregnant with his child. Perhaps my old destiny was already completed, that as the Salvian arrows took me, I was granted rebirth under Gillette's hands, gifted with a new destiny. Perhaps fate was telling me, through my child, that I no longer had to bear a traitor's legacy, but to find my own within my new family. I did not dare think too much. For a woman who had run since she was but a girl, happiness came too easily. Even so, I would take this chance to be a mother. I would protect my child with Gillette, so that they never lose their home as I once did. This child must not inherit their parents' legacy. I named our son Espar, the child who bears our wishes and carries our hopes. He grew up to be a happy boy, despite all that his parents went through. That was what I had hoped, for my son to grow away from our past. Then, one day, Espar told me he wanted to join the Legion, serve his country, his innocent eyes filled with faith, ignorant of its true color. It was then I realized how long I had, since my son's birth, forgotten the pain my family went through for faith. Twice my family fought in the Empire's name. Twice suffered my family's champion a traitor's death. My son must not walk the same path. But what can a mother do with her curious child, so eager to see the world, unknowing of its danger? Espar ignored our plea and left the house one night in pursuit of an Empire's glory, looking to be a champion. Then one day, when Gillette went hunting, a boy in his shining armor came knocking at my door. Behind him was a legionnaire. She saw my face, then gave out a smile of joy, that of a hunter finding her prey. Immediately, Espar picked up on my signs of fear and ran the fastest he could. She didn't bother for a pursuit and instead cast fireballs at him. My son dodged the first one, but quickly she began casting the second. She was determined to kill my boy, and I couldn't allow it to pass. Hands shivering, I stabbed the legionnaire in the back. She stopped her attacks and turned to my fearful self. She laughed hysterically, then held my shaking body, let out a storm of fire. After that, it was only silence. The next moment I became conscious, I found myself amidst scorched houses and broken bodies. The legionnaire was no longer there. Neither was Espar. A mother's instinct drove me to search for my son. I feared. I prayed, hoping that my son was safe. Then not far from the village, I found Espar. He was crawling on the ground, struggling in great pain. He tried to cling to life, but his wounds denied him this chance. I held Espar in my arms. With great effort, he opened his eyes, smiled to his mother. Holding my tears, I gave his forehead one final kiss. Then, as hope faded from him, my little son died in my silence.
Oh my god. We're truly learning everything about this now. Everything about Marlene. It's all coming together. And we have a new acolyte to kill, Livia.
Tell me what you need.
Marlene is Gillette's wife.
Gillette? That Breton from Whiterun? He lied to us. Tricked us into thinking the mistress was the Acolyte, when he knew who she was all along.
Gillette allowed his personal feelings to outweigh what's right.
He'd rather let thousands die than to sacrifice his own wife. Tell me what happened between Gillette and Marlene. I want to know if there ever was a chance for their redemption.
They once had a son. He was their hope. Then, a legionnaire murdered him.
But we were supposed to deliver hope.
Do you pity Marlene?
There never would have been an Acolyte if she didn't choose to inherit her family's legacy. But in the end, whatever love Gillette once held for Marlene had been buried with him by the very woman he loved and defended.
You're exactly right. Is that all I can say? Think so for now. All right, Livia, rest up. We have another acolyte to kill in the morning.